Alright, hello again. In this video I'm going to be covering how to place different props or little details like this potted plant or things like this sandbag, barrel, player spawns. Well, actually, I already covered player spawns, so I'm not going to be talking about that. But how to place props in your source game. You're going to start by going over here to the entity tool, scroll over here. Bring down the drop-down menu. You can either scroll down to prop, or you can type in just prop, and it'll have all the props. I'm in Dave Defeat source right now, so there isn't that many props to choose from. It's relatively limited. First, I'm going to show you static prop. Static props are a prop that you do not want the player to be able to move or damage in any way. For example, this car and these concrete barriers are static props, and the player cannot touch them, or no, I mean you can touch them, but I mean you can't like knock them over or anything. They're good for that kind of thing. Like for example, this is a static prop. Door frames, doors, different things like that. But anyways, to place them, once you go through here and place your prop, like I did here, you have this little cube. Double click on the cube, bring up the properties window. You're going to have this property name. You're going to click on this world model. You're going to go to browse. This model browser is going to pop open. You can search for whatever you want. As you see here, I already have a crate selected. Let me just choose door frame or something. In Dave Defeat, there's only a few door frames to choose from. But anyways, here's my door frame. I'm going to place it. And as you would with brushes and stuff, you can move it around on your grids, rotate it, whatever. There's several different options you can have. Some props have multiple skins to choose from. You can select them either here by typing in what number it is, or go to browse again, back to skins and this little tab right here. There will be multiple skins you can just choose from, and it'll change color. For this particular model, however, there is no skin, so it's not needed. Collisions. This is one kind of important thing for certain details. If you don't want the player to be able to bump into it, or if you want the object to be non-solid, you're going to go to here, collisions, and then this drop-down menu, not solid. You can select that and apply or whatever. And then the player will be no longer able to touch it or, knock into it. Like, what's a good example? For example, this door frame right here. Let me expand this. This door frame right here is not solid, so that, let's say if I'm walking along up the stairs, you won't like get stuck or caught. Your player won't get caught on that. One way to get around that, though, to cheat, is like I did over here. You actually make player clips, or if you want no draws, to make sure the player does not bump into it. It just kind of slides across it. I think I did that over here as well. Yeah. So that's one good way to kind of cheat that, so you don't have to draw an extra block around so the player slides off. Instead, you could just make it not solid. To make a physics prop, or a prop that can move and get knocked around like these barrels, I'm going to go here, prop. Instead, you're going to go to prop, physics multiplayer. Not just physics, but physics multiplayer. Well, I guess it depends on what you want to make it for. Physics is just for, obviously, single player, and then this is for multiplayer. In this case, I'm going to go here, click on anywhere on here, make your cube, double click on the cube. Same thing as before. Go to the world model, browse, choose whatever you want. I'm going to choose oil. Oil drum. I have this oil drum. Here's multiple skins for it you can choose from. I'm going to hit apply. And there you go. I got my oil drum that you can play around with. There's several different things you can change on here. You can make it so that, as before, you can make it so that player can go through it if you want, for whatever reason. You can disable shadows. You can change the weight how much it weighs. That's kind of useful for like Half-Life 2 with the gravity gun. Same thing with the impact. You make it blunt or sharp. Different inertial things of that nature you can change. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also for flags, there's different options. Like you can make it so that, like in Half-Life 2, you cannot grab it with a physics gun. Different things like that. Or one important thing you can do, you can make it so that it stays still up until you shoot it or touch it. Like for example, this painting on this wall is a physics prop, but once the it's set so that it would stay still. Because ordinarily, if you were to place this right now, and I did not like change the default settings, this thing would just fall to the floor when the game would start. So to make it stay still on the wall like that, under the flags, you're going to go to start sleep. And so that way it's basically frozen in place. If you were to do disable motion, that would negate that and would just make it so that it's permanently there. You're not going to be able to move it, which would be pointless because at that point you might as well have a static prop anyways. So yeah, that's how you make it stay still up until, and then if you shoot it, this thing will fall to the ground. That concludes the very basics of placing props in a environment for Source SDK Hammer. Till next time, I hope you have a good day.